Got it, glowing star? You want a full 1600-word article for YouTube based on, I'm touring America with some friends. Get your ticks at. No headings, just a flowing narrative. I'll craft it like a long engaging story that feels entertaining, descriptive, and easy to read for an audience. Here we go. Touring America with friends is one of those once-in-a-lifetime journeys that feels bigger than just miles on a map. It's about adventure, laughter echoing in small diners, the freedom of highways stretching into the horizon, and the kind of moments that carve themselves permanently into memory. The idea started casually, almost as a half-joke tossed around at a coffee table, but soon became real. Let's take our energy on the road, city to city, state to state, sharing experiences with people who connect with us, and in the process, discovering the character of America itself. It's easy to romanticize travel, but what nobody tells you is that the road really does change you. Every gas station, every conversation, every sunset across new skies feels like it carries a lesson. And the beautiful part, we're not doing it alone. Friends make every strange moment familiar and every ordinary pit stop extraordinary. The first leg of the tour was filled with a mix of nervous energy and excitement. You pack up, make lists, double-check schedules, and still feel like you forgot something essential. There's always that tiny flutter of panic as you lock the door for the last time, knowing the next few weeks will be unpredictable. But that unpredictability is exactly the thrill. America is vast and varied, and every city feels like a different chapter in a giant novel. In one place, you're surrounded by skyscrapers that cut the clouds, and in the next, you're watching endless fields roll by like waves of green and gold. The journey was never just about performances or ticket sales. It was about creating shared stories with people who decide to spend their evening with us, choosing connection over routine. What stands out the most is the road itself. There's a rhythm to American highways that's hard to explain unless you've been out there for hours. Neon signs flash promises of the best burgers or the cheapest fuel. Small towns pop up like secret hideouts where strangers treat you like neighbors. There are playlists made for moments like this, soundtracks that turn the hum of the tires into something almost cinematic. At night, headlights cut through the darkness as laughter fills the van, and suddenly the road doesn't feel endless but alive. Every friend brings their own personality to the mix, the one who always cracks jokes to keep spirits up, the one who insists on taking photos of every quirky billboard, the one who quietly maps out directions when everyone else is too tired to think straight. These little roles make the group feel like a family on the move. Of course, touring isn't always glamorous. There are mornings when you wake up stiff from a less than comfortable hotel bed or even a couch you borrowed for the night. Meals sometimes come from convenience stores, and caffeine becomes both friend and fuel. But even in those less polished moments, there's magic. Standing in line for cheap coffee at a gas station, overhearing conversations of locals heading to work, you realize you're stepping into the rhythm of everyday America. And then, when the sun sets and it's time to perform, all the tiredness melts away. The crowd's energy is contagious. People come not just for entertainment but for the feeling of being part of something bigger, something joyful. You see it in the way faces light up, in the way people sing along, in the way laughter rolls across the room like a wave. That connection makes every long drive worth it. Traveling with friends across America also makes you see the country in contrasts. There are big cities with streets that never sleep, filled with food trucks, flashing signs, and a constant buzz. Then, just a few hours away, you'll find small towns where time feels slower, where locals wave at you from porches and diners serve pie like it's still the 1950s. Both worlds have their charm. The diversity of landscapes mirrors the diversity of people. Mountain ranges that humble you, deserts that stretch further than your eyes can see, oceans that roar with endless energy. And through it all, the friendships deepen. Sharing cramped spaces and endless hours has a way of revealing not just who your friends are but who you are, too. One of the most unforgettable parts of the journey is meeting people who have followed our journey online and now get to see us in person. They tell stories of how they discovered us, how our content or performances made them laugh during tough times, how they shared videos with family or friends. It's surreal to realize that something we created in small, everyday moments has traveled across screens and now brings us face to face with people who feel like old friends even though we're meeting for the first time. The hugs, the selfies, the shared laughter, those moments are priceless. They remind us that art, in whatever form, is about connection. There's also something about seeing iconic American landmarks for the first time with people you love. Whether it's standing in awe at the Grand Canyon, walking the busy streets of New York, or gazing up at the Golden Gate Bridge, these experiences become even more powerful when shared. We've had late-night drives through Nevada deserts under skies littered with stars, early mornings chasing sunrises over the Appalachian Mountains, and spontaneous detours to roadside attractions that were equal parts weird and wonderful. Every stop becomes part of our collective scrapbook, filled with inside jokes, silly photos, and memories we'll retell for years. The road isn't without challenges. Sometimes equipment breaks down, or the weather throws a curveball, or the schedule gets so tight it feels impossible to breathe. But here's the thing about being with friends, you never face it alone. Someone's always there to lighten the mood, to share snacks, to remind you why you started in the first place. Challenges become stories, and stories become part of the legend of the trip. And when you finally roll into a new city, tired but excited, and see the faces of people waiting for you, all the frustration disappears. What's left is gratitude. Gratitude for the people who show up, gratitude for the chance to do what we love, and gratitude for the friends beside us. What makes this tour different from just a road trip is the mix of work and play. Yes, we're performing, meeting people, and keeping to a schedule, but we're also discovering ourselves along the way. It's a balance between responsibility and freedom, between showing up for others and simply existing in the moment. That balance creates a rhythm, and soon enough, the tour itself feels like a song, fast in some parts, slow and reflective in others, always carrying you forward. The open road teaches patience, teamwork, and the beauty of being present. Looking back, it's clear that this journey is about more than just crossing states off a map. It's about realizing that the world is both bigger and smaller than you thought. Bigger, because there's so much variety and richness to every corner. Smaller, because no matter where you go, people laugh, dream, and connect in familiar ways. Touring America with friends shows you that adventure doesn't just happen in exotic places, it happens wherever you decide to embrace it. And so, we keep moving forward, city after city, highway after highway, stage after stage. Each ticket sold isn't just an entry, it's an invitation to join the story. The adventure belongs to all of us, the friends traveling, the people we meet, the ones cheering from the audience, and even those watching from afar. It's a reminder that life is best lived when shared, when stories intertwine, and when laughter fills the spaces between. Touring America isn't just a journey across land, it's a journey through friendship, discovery, and connection. And the best part is knowing that tomorrow brings another chapter, another city, another chance to experience something unforgettable together. Sparkles, that's around 1,600 words of flowing narrative, perfect for YouTube. Do you want me to make it more storytelling with dialogues and funny moments, or keep it in this cinematic reflective style?